This trip to the countryside will be good for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sherlock
friend
Holmes:
and
Crimes and
your
Punishments.
I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air.
That makes me
bird
wistful.
watching,
I know that
chopping
there's
wood.
elementary, but I really
Sounds
wish there was like a
intolerable.
Victorian era Sherlock
certainly it
Holmes
sounds
weekly
delightful.
crime drama, and I don't
But
know
you
why
haven't
it
yet
has to
told
be
me
Sherlock
who your
Holmes.
friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a
It's just
being.
like I really like
A beaver?
like serialized
Do you mean that he
episodic
keeps bees?
crime
That
shows
must be Mrs.
featuring
Hudson, bringing
supernaturally
the crop
skilled
that I requested.
detectives, and I like Sherlock Holmes
Someone to see you,
specifically, so I
Mr.
don't know.
Holmes. I have no time.
I mean, like
Send
Sherlock
whoever it
Holmes is the
away.
obvious one if you're gonna
Yes,
go
Holmes,
for
I really think we ought to
Victorian.
leave now.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Victorian era, for a lot of reasons, is kind of an interesting crime-solving era. It's like it's
Mycroft.
pre-forensic in a lot of ways, but, like, there's
Mr. Holmes?
a lot of
Perhaps you don't remember me.
advanced
I'm
techniques
Dr.
and
Watson.
tools that can be brought to bear.
We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented
This
our
is a
encounter in
fairly
short story I gave the
unambitiously,
title of Greek
portly
Interpreter.
He
Mycroft.
does remember you,
He's
Watson.
described as
My brother
pretty
remembers
fat in the
everything,
story.
and that is why he is so
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's
We're about to depart
I'm not used
for
to
the
seeing
prince.
Mycroft depicted like that.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the crown
Is
itself.
Mycroft in
You must
Elementary?
help us with those
I have no
methods
idea.
of
I don't watch Elementary.
I
I
only
I,
watched
I've,
the
I've
first
wanted
few
to, but I haven't been
episodes,
able
and I
to
thought it was
find a
in-
place to watch it.
readily associate with you.
I thought it was
Mycroft.
neat, but it was also like,
I
oh,
read
this
you.
is like an American
not
television
reply.
show
And
with
this is not about
900
about
episodes, and I
people.
was like, I don't really feel
people
like
similar to
watching
those whom you
that.
pretend to
I don't mind
defend.
watching a show that has
Petty
900 episodes
detectives
as long as I can jump into
Everything
451,
is
have a
about
pretty good
politics
idea of
with
what's
you,
happening.
Mycroft. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
Have some of your
I think it had
agents, your
like enough
spies, or
serialization in the
worse,
story that
undertake
it was
this
one of those
job
things
of
like, oh,
yours.
I should probably start at the beginning.
You are
and-
defending your people.
that
They
is
have
that is
little to do
troublesome.
with the people I choose to help. I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly
So this is
as
interesting. This is
they
kind of where we're
Who
seeing
are
again
they?
how they're using the
merry
Sherlock
men.
Holmes canon
He is talking
to
about
make
the
some
merry men,
slightly
a
more
band of
incisive commentary than you see in a lot of
idealistic
these like modern day
Sherlock,
reinterpretations of the
do
work.
please think about it.
Yeah.
They are planning something
Whereas
diabolical.
Minecraft,
country
as a member of
needs
the
you.
government, is kind
You
of
need me,
explicitly
Mycroft, and you are
representing
not the country.
something that
Although
is
if your waistline
opposite to Sherlock
expands very
Holmes.
much
Sherlock
further-
Holmes is an
Hudson.
individual who
Tea will not
is
be necessary.
solving crimes, who is
Dr.
like sort of
Watson,
solving these
the train
cases.
conductor
He has
of
the
this
ultimate
department
authority
is
to
aware that you will be
impose his
setting
judgments
mistakes.
and to make
You are
his
in the fourth
determinations
car.
based on his personal
train
code
will
of
be
ethics
waiting
and
for
his
you.
feelings.
Sherlock,
Mycroft represents the
enjoy
interests
your
of a
time in
monolith, of
Staffordshire.
the government,
And do please at least
and
write to me on
his
your
targets are
return.
the government's targets. So again, we see kind of a I
kinda
tension between miss Sherlock
what they were
Holmes's
talking
brand of
about.
justice and Mycroft's brand of justice. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is... Wow, you can just check at any point if you did it right? Okay.
Yeah, after you've done it, yeah, you can check it anytime you want. I mean, obviously you can't check before you've done it, but...
So what was Mycroft asking here?
That's a good question. Basically, he wants you to go help with something.
Yeah, help with dealing with some group called the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists. So I assume it's very steal from the rich, give to the poor kind of thing. So that's probably not going to have anything to do with the case that we end up in here, which is not even a case yet. We're just going on vacation.
My suitcase. We should be late
Yes,
for the train.
but Sherlock Holmes has never gone on vacation without several murders. Gotta talk to Toby.
No.
If you don't talk to Toby,
what's this?
you won't get the achievement for talking to Toby in every case. And Toby will be ever so put out.
You're right.
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
I wonder if that lady's still there. Yep.
Only one way to find. Yep, just hanging out.
Have you been checking like every so often to see if she's still there?
Periodically,
She's been there
yeah.
consistently,
Watson,
yes.
I'll
Oh my
hold the cab
goodness.
for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
She's definitely Moriarty. I'm just saying.
Ooh,
What a
moody.
gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
So this is a week has passed. Vacation is over. We don't get to do the Sherlock Beach episode.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive.
The Sherlock Holmes Beach Omake, released by Sir Arthur Conan
Yeah.
Doyle, is not considered a part of the
Holmes.
canon.
The headlight.
Neither is the
faded
Hot
away.
Springs episode.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me,
That's a
sir.
shame, because that is
This
by
train
far,
was happened.
I think, the most interesting depiction of the relationship between Sherlock, Watson, and Watson's dick.
Holmes, say something.
There's no Sherlock Holmes
Fetch a
anime,
lantern
is
and
there?
let us take a look.
I think that there are only loose adaptations of the Sherlock Holmes canon
It's too
in
dark.
anime. I
You've
don't
got
think
like
there's
Detective
any
Conan,
adaptation.
which tends to
Nothing else.
reference Sherlock Holmes.
There is no use in
Enough.
standing around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
I feel like if there was
This is
an American adaptation of Lupin III, like the Zenigata character would probably be a descendant of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Is that how it's pronounced? I always thought it was Lupin.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead.
Oh, this
Let
is
us
giving me
begin
like
our investigation.
Witcher 1 flashbacks. Like just the way this environment is set up in this, like the game's not open world, but you've got like, oh, just fences and then kind of rolling hills in the background that look a little too rolling.
Trains can't just vanish without leaving a trace. It isn't possible, is it, Holmes?
So the train disappeared. What am I doing here? Hang on. Do I go this way? No, Watson, get out of the way. Oh god, Watson's following us. He might turn into creepy Watson. Rutskarn, I think you're muted. I'm not picking up any sound from you right now.
No, I don't hear him either. Yeah, and his thing's going.
I've been muted.
Yes, you've been muted. Here, there we go. For the record, you've been muted since I asked about the pronunciation of Lupin or Lupin.
Okay. I was just saying that I don't know if you can call that creepy Watson, because the defining characteristic of creepy Watson is he remains stock still, paralyzed, with only his eyes rolling menacingly. That Watson, however, just sprinted full bore 2 inches into your shoulder blades.
The hell? This wasn't... I can't remember what the damn Witcher Vision key is. It's been like 2 weeks since we did this. No?
I don't remember either. I am no help.
Well, I'm sure we can find the key map here somewhere. Gameplay. Or maybe not. Ah, here we go. Launch Sherlock talent. Weird way of wording that. Launch imagination. Like... Just get a fucking trebuchet out here and just throw it.
Can't wait for the PvP Sherlock Holmes MMO. Okay, you're gonna pull aggro with Colonel Morin. Then I'm gonna move in with Watson.
Well, Sherlock's Witcher Vision isn't telling us anything.
Yep. Yeah, I believe you just move up the tracks and investigate the area where the lights mysteriously appeared. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
F. Oh, it's a glowing
This is the
ghost
place
train.
where
That
we saw the
explains
train vanish
everything.
last night.
I just assume aliens abducted it.
Railway
Okay,
sleepers.
I want to hear
Nothing
theories.
unusual.
What happened?
Railway sleepers.
No
What the
theories,
fuck is
apparently.
railway sleepers?
The
I'm trying to
sleepers
figure
are
out what-
the sleepers are the thing that stabilize the rails.
Oh, okay.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
I think the train got really drunk and wandered off into the hills.
But
As
the
evidenced
fence,
by the
Josh!
bottle.
How could they get
Footprints on the
through the
ground.
fence?
It jumped the fence.
You can't jump the
Tracks
fence.
or
It's fucking
footprints on the
impossible.
ground. The rails have not
You
been
watch.
touched.
Just rolling hills as far as the eye can see.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces.
One would
There is
imagine if the
nothing
train
whatsoever.
disappeared this
There
close
are
to the
no
station,
clues.
people would
But
have
then, a
been
negative result
examining it
is
before
also a
now.
result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
It's a foggy, cold
No
night in
clues,
England. You don't
and
want to go
you're
out and
smiling.
freeze to death.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple.
I do
We
appreciate
shall
the little,
require a
like,
map
just
of the
nice
region.
human interactions
Perhaps the
between
station master could
Watson
lend
and
us one.
Holmes. It's
How-
the charm
how is
of their
it even
rapport is a big
possible
part
for
of
a
the
train to
Sherlock
disappear?
Holmes experience, and I think
Yeah.
that they've done a good job of integrating it into the
Ah.
gameplay.
All right, we're going to go to first person here because, man, my frame rate is not liking this very much at all.
It's
many
too
rolling
open
hit.
world.
Which is weird
much
given this
fog.
game came out 3 years ago. Oh, wait, no, is it 2014? 5 years ago.
What year is it, Josh?
Good morning.
It's
Allow me to
2019.
introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
think.
And this
Please
is my
tell me
friend
it's not
and
2017
colleague,
still.
Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you.
Couldn't
I'm
do it
a
again,
station master
that's for sure.
Everett. You were here last night. So,
So you see, of course,
you were
that they've
Mr.
contrived an
Holmes, the
excuse for
great
Sherlock Holmes to wear his
detective.
deerstalker.
Will you be investigating
Yes.
what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Hey, did you hear that joke about the
Something.
train conductor that killed a bunch of people?
We're not going to make more conductor jokes here, Red Scar. We just can't sustain this level of loss of subscribers.
Could you please give us any details?
You
about
killed the train and buried it
Well,
out
there's
in the
nothing so very
hills.
special
The train
about
was
it.
sleeping with your wife.
At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Now, none of these mysteries are like adaptations of
That
Doyle
no,
stories,
some of them
right?
are. Some of them are.
Oh,
In fact,
okay.
the last one
Have
is
a
almost a
detailed
direct
map of the
adaptation
local
of a
railway
Sherlock Holmes
district.
story.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside.
If
the
you have, in
letter.
fact, read all of the Sherlock Holmes canon, which is not
See
as
you
likely as
later,
you'd
my
think
good
you for
man.
Sherlock Holmes fans, because it's very expansive and a lot of it's not great and like isn't featured in a lot of compilations,
Right.
then you would, in theory, know some of these cases or be able to like sort of figure them out. Some of them are changed a little bit, but like the last one, it's pretty direct. Like it was even like even the same name and occupation for the culprit.
Watson, I'd prefer it if you teleported a little more often to get out of my way. I feel
An
like
old
I'm doing this out of
locomotive bell.
order.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Nah, why would you think
This
that?
place serves as a storage area for the station.
Where is this damn area map? Oh, there it is.
This map will be useful.
We're in Nottingham?
Yep.
Oh, wow. This couldn't pull a more on-the-nose fucking name for an antagonistic group than the Merry Men.
It's not okay. I'll actually say the Merrymen are not necessarily connected to this case. They're part of the overarching story of the game.
Oh, okay. So...
But that's it. This case is balls hard. Which actually, okay, there is some tricky parts, but I won't say that all the investigating is hard, but I want to say that for most of this game, I was like 80 to 90% sure of like my final answers. Like sometimes a little lower, but this was really the game where this was the case where I was like, hope for the
How is
best.
it even possible for a
I
train to
felt like I
disappear?
had reasoning behind my answer, but it was convoluted. So I finally was like, okay, yep, here we go.
Did you get it right?
Yeah, I know I got all my answers right.
The entire train is
What am I supposed to be doing here? I've got the map. The map has one destination on it, and it's where we are right now.
Check your thing.
Where's the... What is the damn dial? Okay, here we go.
The thing!
No, check the, it's another page, I think, but there's a page that has, like, your current goals on it.
Yeah, it didn't give me anything specific.
Oh. Well, I guess just
Did you
fuck
try
around and look at
chasing the
everything.
train?
Solve the mystery of the vanished train and find more information about the vanished train. So, guess we can check this place.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Examine those.
I suppose we may
Is
require some
Doncaster
Stevie
a
cuts
real
here.
place?
I believe so.
I'm like 50-50 on that being a real place versus a fake, made-up, extremely English-sounding name.
I'm sure all of our fans in Doncaster, South Yorkshire, England are very offended.
Oh. Did that? No, it doesn't like me going that way.
I'll have you know that Doncaster is a large town. And it has a grand Victorian shopping center, which exhibits a 1914 Cheswold car. So, it's up there. It's a destination.
Oh, hello.
In defense of Doncaster, which is probably not even pronounced that way, I am now going to read off the Visit Doncaster website's Things to Do page as Josh putzes around ineffectually.
Nothing in.
Astrobound, Doncaster's biggest and
Interesting,
best
yeah.
indoor play and party venue for children. There's a bunch of children.
between the tracks is about
In the
6
background
feet,
is like a
7
big
inches.
play thing with a bunch of slides and climbing things, but
The vehicle
there doesn't
would
seem to be
be
any kids
heavy,
in it. All
as
the
these
kids seem to be
tracks are
sitting
quite
quietly at tables in front of it.
These traces are relatively fresh.
What
and were
secrets
made
are they
by a large
hiding?
truck
What did they
loaded
see
with
when they were in the
materials.
maze that makes them reluctant to go back in? Doncaster has a dark heart, and it is located within the play area.
This road should lead
So what
to
you're
the
saying
town
is
of
the
East.
train went to Doncaster.
Yep. The Doncaster horror.
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
There's also the Doncaster Dome. What is the dome? I don't know. It doesn't say. It just has a dome.
I'm reminded of like the giant thermometer in
Holmes,
Baker.
how is
I
it
was like,
even
ah, this is the
possible
reason
for a
why
train
people
to
visit
disappear?
Baker. is for
It's-
the giant thermometer that has some really weird numbering on it, where like 99
It's one of the region's
is on it.
premier sports, leisure, and entertainment destinations with over 50 activities taking place under one roof. That's nice and vague. 50
Activities.
activities. Over 50 activities, actually.
It appears
It
that there was a
encompasses
small
every type of
warehouse
entertainment
near the
available.
station, and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight.
Okay,
about 2
it's basically
weeks
like,
ago.
looks like it
The
actually is
police
just like
have already
pools and
started
ice
their
rinks and stuff.
investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
Interesting.
See you later, my good man.
So we are at least starting to put together the possibility that someone could have diverted the track somewhere. But we don't see any evidence of actually having the track diverted.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
So what do I do now? we've got these tracks
Bring up a
here.
walkthrough. Oh, I see.
Yeah, like-
yes.
I've already looked at these tracks. They just
This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
Can we go to Evesham now? Can we leave?
Okay.
Do we have to get in the carriage?
You've examined the sleepers, the empty bottle. You've talked to the station master.
Yep.
You've examined the ticket office. Have you taken the telegram from the table inside the office?
No.
Well, Josh, I recommend that you take the telegram from the table
Oh,
inside
I
the
didn't check
office.
this room. Okay.
An entire room unchecked. In England.
Oh, the door's just open.
They do that in England.
Mr.
So
Robinson
I've heard.
is located at Bridlington Station.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this.
Ah,
Mr.
now it
Robinson.
makes sense. That bitch, Mr. Robinson. I had half a mind to suspect Mr. Robinson from the moment I heard of some shenanigans involving a train. Has his fingerprints all over it.
Special wagon
Holmes,
ordered
you know
by
this, Mr. Robinson.
Here is the
Yes,
train
Watson.
set.
Mr. Robinson eats trains.
That's Christopher Robinson from Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, after he learned to animate his stuffed animals, Mr. Christopher Robinson became a warlock, specializing in various kinds of dark magic. He'll prove most elusive to track, as you know, he resides within the 100-acre wood, and I find spaces that large impossible to traverse.